it's my ninth day of dealing with COVID, and my wife's what day?
6.
It's her 6th day. My son's 7th day. My son seems to be doing really well, but he still has some aches, some chills, but not bad at all. And my wife seems to be, she's still hurting, but seems to be doing a little better than I am, but she's still hurting. And but I got some advice, and that was, if your oxygen levels at any point go below 90, that's a serious concern. My brother-in-law is an EMT, and he spoke to my wife and said, when we're on calls, if anybody's oxygen levels are below 90, we admit them. And a couple of times today, it was low. So I've had this fever now, and I can't shake it for probably how long?
4 days.
Today's what, Tuesday?
Today's Tuesday.
Yeah.
At Christmas, the day after, the 27th, 28th, today's the 29th.
So how many days?
It's 4 or 5 days.
It's like 4 or 5 days. I haven't been able to break this fever.
It's going higher.
It's going higher. So we're just, with my underlying conditions, as much as I don't want to go, I know it's the right thing to do. So we're headed to the hospital, and one of the things that I've gotten from people who have sent in their advice of when they've gone through this, one of the things that they've talked about was how quickly on the 8th, 9th, 10th day things can really turn, and they turn either for the better or the worst. And as much as I want to ride it out, because I do, it took a little convincing, but I got to think about my wife and my kids. So as freezing cold as I am, especially when I heard that they won't let you take a shower while you're in there. That's what I understand from a couple of people. If they admit you, I had to take a shower. So that was extremely painful, cold-wise. And I didn't want to turn it up too high. So that was a tough one, because anyone that knows me knows my kryptonite is cold water. I hate it. So anyway, we're getting ready to go. We picked a hospital. We're gonna go and let them run tests, see if they want to admit me. I did ask my doctor. I called my doctor earlier. Actually, my wife did, and asked when should we go in. That was his big thing, was the oxygen levels. So we ended up buying this thing, and it's bumping around 90, 91, 92, and so it was, just advice was given for us to get ahead of it and at least go and let them tell us that they're not gonna, they don't need to admit me. So that's what we're doing. Now here's what I'll tell you on the personal side of things. This hurts to talk. My body's sore, and it hurts to talk. You guys know me. You guys know who I am, the ones that do. I'm not going to sit here and make it out to be something it's not, because it doesn't do me any good, doesn't do you any good. But it hurts. And even if you do recover from it, and even though you hear about some people with symptoms that come and go pretty quickly, it doesn't matter. You don't want to get this, man. You don't want to mess with this. So we'll see what happens. I just wanted to let you in on some insight when it comes to how I'm feeling. It's a scary feeling, because I do believe that I'm going to recover from this. I do believe that I'm going to, get in front of it. I believe I've taken care of myself to the point where I'm giving myself the best chance that I can. So I believe all of that. But it doesn't change the fact that you wonder when you leave the house, is this the last time? Because you hear too many stories about people who go into the hospital and they never come out. And it's got to be scary for anyone that goes in. I can't imagine at the beginning of this pandemic going in. At least now, there's that vaccination that's being distributed and things of that sort. It's a little bit of a peace of mind. But as far as the fear and that anxiety, like I talk about, look, man, if I was the type of person that said, I'm not fearing anything, it doesn't matter, then then that would be who I am, and that would be consistent, and it's just not. So I think about that, and I just know that I'm not ready to give in. I'm not ready to give in. So we just passed up an accident. Police are coming up behind us. And so even though I'm going to the hospital, again, it's another example of what other people are going through during this time. And I'm appreciative that I can still get up on my own, go to the hospital, and I still have a chance. It's not like I sat around and waited, and I do have to thank my wife for that, because she pushes me, because I don't want to go, because I feel like I can fight it. I know that I can fight this, and it's not going worse, so it's not getting worse, but it's not the smart move. So we'll see what they say if I get admitted. And if they don't let me have my phone or whatever, I don't even know what they're going to let me have or not have. But if there's any tips or tricks that if I get admitted, I can refer to your messages, I would appreciate them. If I don't get admitted, then the same way that you left all those wonderful pieces of advice for me earlier, other people will benefit from it. So I truly appreciate you helping me help others through my personal experiences and yours. That's the whole reason that I've started my personal brand. It's the whole reason I started the Keepers of the Peace First Responders Conference. And here we are. Trust me, I didn't need this way of marketing that I'm sincere about sharing or turning my struggles into a gift for others. So help me out. Give me some advice for what they will or won't let you do in the hospital if you get admitted. And we'll see how this goes.